to ensure that it is okay now. Just giving a feedback if it is okay. So they are mounting pressure on the president to ensure that this man is dismissed, because he cannot be an old man like that while young children at age of 17 are going to US to obtain degree. A man in his 50s go and lie on his credentials. So these are some of the things why these guys are protesting. So what is happening at ECOWAS? Finally, ECOWAS has accepted Liberian lawmakers appointed by Kofa. And ECOWAS is saying that these are the legitimate lawmakers because they think that Kofa remains a legitimate speaker at the House of Representatives, while they are rejecting those who were elected according to what we've gathered. So all of these things are coming up. We'll also look at the investigative report from the police. How does that go in line with what Gregory Coleman people said the other time? And why are they say keeping people in jail? All of these things. So Edmond Sele said it is okay. CDC Public Keita says okay. So that's how we look at this afternoon. We have some technical glitches in studio. We can't go through our regular broadcast as you think. You always follow us on the show. And so I will welcome my young brother George Weyi to the show, after which we go to the discussion. It will be a very difficult show today, you know.
Yeah. We have some difficulties here. So it will be, like you said, a very difficult one. But how be it, we are here up to 4 o'clock, and I'm glad to be here, Jala. Too many things happening in
this little Miami.
Like quote from you.
Yeah, a little Miami. Yeah.
This little Miami. You got students protesting, and police instructing, young people to leave the vicinity of the headquarters of the LNP, and all of that. But again, it's good that we're here this afternoon, and we'll look at some of the issues trending in our country and what should be done. Today we're giving out 20,000 Jala, and out of 100,000 Liberian dollars. And so
you play with *79 and *90 hash, play with 200 LD and win 20,000 LD or 10,000. So *79 and *90 hash. That is a call for today. *79 and hash 90 star 90 hash rather. Play with 200 LD and win 20,000 or $10,000. So it is a hectic thing on Capitol Hill. I'm trying to go to the video, to give you a gist of what's happening there. Those of you who are not following, maybe via the social media, you want to listen to the changes on Capitol Hill. Oh, sorry. Let me find it first, and I'll increase the volume. If George can find his, he can give it to me. I can also do it, or you can screen it from the side. But it is serious. I see it right here again. So, House Speaker, in battle House Speaker for Nati Kofa is appearing today. But let me recognize some of the guys who have joined us already while you're trying to find that video, George.
Yeah.
Let's recognize our guys who take that time to join us. Fatu Sharif is first on the line. Fatu Sharif said, how are you? We are good, Fatu Sharif. D. Agnes Tape, watching from Grand Judea University College campus. Wow, Agnes is going to Grand Judea. Welcome. Prosperity Derek Yoki. Good afternoon, good morning from my big brother Jala. I'm watching from Dubai, the UAE, he says. Juju Onwe, I'm following. Tobasi Christopher Lotito Bazi, no sound, the sound has been restored. Mohammed Ture says the same, it has been restored. Juju Onwe said the same, it has been restored. Lincoln Campbell, good afternoon, I'm following you from Kakata City, Magibi County. What Tobasi Christopher Lotito Bazi said, you are not audible. How? I don't know. You need to check your device. Juju Onwe, yes, I read all the comments. Lincoln, I read your comment. Let me keep coming down. CDC Public Success Cater, Emma Silly said, no sound, but it's okay now. He acknowledges that it is okay now. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia-VOL from Duper Road Rescue turn to a big excuse. Manage your expectation for 2029. CDC Public Success Cater says that one. Solomon Howard, I'm following up from Foreman District Lower Bon County. Fazari Pikin Shetton, I'm watching live from a residence in Badness with Kebab. Thank you for the show. Harris J. Saki, good afternoon. I'm watching live from Kakara City, Magibi County. Please have mercy on us, JMB Liberia. Thanks for the great job you do, Jala. Harris J. Saki says that Moses Poro, Following from the Timberland Home Furniture Trading Office. Justin Wanaware. No, not Justin Wanaware. Okay, journalist Zan Deyuga. Following from Grand Bassa County, welcome Zan Deyuga. And how is my man Ralph Flomo, our correspondent in the county. My Anderson Patrick Everett Duclay. Good afternoon, Jalan. I'm following live from Monrovia. It's Ralph Tappe. Good afternoon, big brother. The sound is very okay. Ralph gives us now the signal report from Grand Bassa. Brabi Mba, good afternoon, Mr. Griffith and Wei. Following live from Brisho Island, Monrovia. The sound is okay. Rancid Bear, it is okay now. Emmanuel Niason, it is okay. I'm following from Yekepa, Nima County. Matthew Alaba Antochie, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm following you from Kuwait Market Douala to Bazi. Christopher Gulati to Bazi is following from Babli District. He says, Morris F. Kroman, that's Kroman Rabbit Union, following from N. Bannersville Road, Bennett Stop. Fatu Sherry, thank you for the good work you do, she says. Eric Pony, good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. I'm watching from my Sinker office. Van Soiree, good afternoon, Big Brother Jala. I'm following you from my Amagashi community, Jacob Town. While Brabi Mba is saying, good afternoon, Jala. Sadly, the RAJ lawmakers have decided to export their arrogance and violation of the law at the international level. ECOWAS, prosperity will judge them all. AB Jabate, good afternoon. I'm watching from Western Cluster Office. Be thankful, Anderson. Watching from Columbus, Ohio, the USA. Be thankful, Addison. Samuel Sion, watching from the Port City of Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. G. Winifred Due, good afternoon, Jala Greyfield, and good afternoon to the peace lovely people of Grand Judea County, to be precise, Boroken, my hometown. I'm following you from PHP community. Thanks for the show, Mr. Greyfield, she says. Snare, the second God favor me, bless me, Lawrence. Hi, folks, I'm live from Delaware, the USA. AB Jawate, good afternoon, watching from Western Cluster Office. Burgess GK Lamadan, good afternoon, Jala. And good afternoon, George, following the conversation from Painesville City, District 6. Ruben Cannon, welcome to the show from Gardensville. Charles A. Russell Jr., welcome from, following from Cowell. Morris Newman Jr., Voice of Liberia, I'm following you from my new Georgia Junction, Aaron Japan Freeway. Muyan Sherry is watching us from somewhere from the headquarters of the police. Morris F. Kroman Jr. follows us from his community at Bennett Stop. Exodus B. Bundo, following from Twist Sinker. Thanks, December, that Chimobi, following from, my name is Terry Wulati from Bannersville, Kaiba. Morris Newman Jr., following from New Georgia Junction. Samay Beza, good afternoon, dear brother. How are you doing? I'm following from Nima County, Yekipa. Thanks for joining us. Frank Mayo, watching from Capital Bypass. Oliver G. Che, watching from Grand Judea County, while Mamu Rogers has joined us from Claratown. Keep your text messages coming in. We'll read them from the live feed. Yeah, send your messages. We'll read them. Don't mind. Isaac Nelson II. Hi, guys. Good afternoon. I'm following from Cowell. So, let's get back to business. George, do you have that video now? Okay. So, this is what happened on Capitol Hill. You may not... okay. I think the volume is down. Okay. So we'll just do the narrative, you know. We'll do the narration about it. You know what is happening on Capitol Hill? You know, it's been this is a back-to-back protest, right? Last week or this week, Monday rather, motorcyclists gathered in their numbers. Over 5,000 of them marched in the city of Monrovia, asking for the police to lift the ban on the no-go zone. They were peaceful, and the police conducted itself very peaceful as well, because they were not involved in any other hooliganism. Either they have just thrown any rocks anywhere and hurt anybody, the police will have used the force required to remove them. But the motorcyclists have said that they will be in the street every Monday. So somebody may ask why you give an interval of a week or maybe 6 days in interval. They are regrouping. They have had meetings in Monrovia. They said they will not relent. They will come back in the street. For me, I've had another opinion about it, which I expressed on Monday. In every country, there's a rule of law. It should be respected by everybody. But if a group of people decide to put onto themselves or take an authority onto themselves that they will not listen to the authority of the country, then it becomes a problem. We discussed that the other day. But we are getting information from the John Security that as of Monday, if the guys come in the street to protest, they will bring the AFL soldiers to be with the police in the street to enforce the regulation, because the government thinks that the army is respected now, and if they are with the police, the guys who ride motorcycles will respect them and they will not go to the no-go zone. So my question is, how long will these soldier men be in the street? The soldier is a reserve army. They only respond to external aggression when there is a war between maybe Liberia and Guinea or Africa or Sierra Leone. That's when the army comes out. So army people not doing police work. If the motorcycle guys have overwhelmed you, you can't contain them, then leave them. Do not bring our men in the green in the street, because they are not there for that. It is not a good thing to bring the army into the street. It is not a good thing. I'm also getting information from the cycles of government and the John Security that in the enforceability aspect of this whole thing, the regulation, no goes regulation, those people who sit on the motorbikes from red light to Monrovia, because I think you are the one that encouraging the cyclists to come to Monrovia. So without passing, they can come to Monrovia, right? So if you took your time and go to red light or the ELA junction and tell the driver, say, or rather say, come to Monrovia, and the rider brings you. In an event where they grab you, you will also be punished, because you are the one who is encouraging the rider to come to Monrovia. With other passenger, there will be no movement of the vehicle or the motorbike. So those of you who always violate and say, carry me, carry me. So you must stop that, because if the government is saying that there's be a no-go zone for the cyclist, if you go and encourage them to come to the no-go zone area, if you are arrested, you'll be dealt with according to the law, because you are also a violator. That is what we're getting from the John Security. Similar thing is being done in Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, because they also have this no-go zone there, and the guy respected so very well. So if they can be applied to Sierra Leone, the guys are using and abiding by the police rules and laws and other whatsoever, I think our guys will have the same thing. So if they caught you on a motorbike, maybe living from how you call it, say, one of the streets in Sierra Leone that is popular, I just forgot the street name. If they took you from there and you go to a place where they say no go zone, when they catch you, the police will bring you down and they will have you incarcerated, and you'll be punished by that. You'll also be fined, just as a motorcyclist is fined. That's the same measure they're trying to bring you to have orderliness in the society. Now, having said that, let's move in, George. I think I will give you time to have a conversation about that, but I think I will just give you some some information about the motorcyclists. But these are our talking points, and so we say moving on. J. Fonati Kofa, the embattled Speaker of the House of Representatives, appeared before the Senate. Not Senate, he appeared before the police today. As we speak, he's being interrogated. He was accompanied by several lawmakers from the bloc. And then while they were there, the CDC youth wing came and they staged a protest. You saw them, they were in the major street, right? They were on the mirror, right?
Yeah.
So Alvin Wilson and others came and said that they want to form part of the investigation, they want to be there. And the police said to them, you are not allowed to be in this investigation room. So they were staging protests there.
Not Avin alone, Avin and that of Akaras Gray.
Okay. So Avin, Akaras Gray, and others were there. Can you just I think the person has dropped the line. Okay, just go and answer it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Avin and Akaras Gray all were there. They met the police and they were on the main road. The police managed to accommodate them across the road. And I think that has come to an end now. But while they were there, the Universal Liberia students were also protesting. They have not told us why they're protesting, but I saw a video that was so humiliating. They are protesting for better conditions at the Universal Liberia. If you saw a video the other day, these young people were catching around on the truck. You saw that video, young brother?
I saw the video.
Very humiliating. I saw a female who tried to get on the truck in a yellow dress. And the other guy was trying to pull her up. But they tried to pull her up. She did not have the strength to go up. She has to disembark and go at the back of the truck. And she was aided by her friends. And then she entered the vehicle. It's a truck. Looks like the kind of truck they can carry the cow in from Malay or whatsoever.
Yeah, sure.
That's how the truck looks like.
That's
It is because the Universal Liberia doesn't have buses now. There was several million dollars given to Al Hassan Conte while he was there as acting president of the UL. We saw them painting some of the buildings around, but the actual needs of the university was not met. Government cannot give you hard-earned taxpayers' money to invest in an institution that has been closed for over 6 months to bring sanity to the people who are going to the school, and you decide to do your own thing. As you speak, the few buses that were there, they are off the road. Students were committing from Parkabin Junction to Parkabin Junction to Fennel. There was a point of convergence when the buses were available. But go see US students riding motorbikes. They are riding those old buses to just go to school. The other day I was coming from the Total driving, and I got there, it was after 3 o'clock, and I saw these students all along the road. I felt pity for them. I brought some of them in my car, and I drive them off. So other people who drive along that road also have pity on some of them and give them lift. But how long will they be in this whole mess? When the government library has provided some subsidy to the government, to the UL administration, and we didn't know what to do with that money. What it does is that it brings a whole blame on the government. But if the government does not take action against those who are involved and they let them go impunity, the blame comes on the government. We are also told that one of the reasons behind all of these hula balos is that one man called Dog Kopo has decided to desecrate the sanity of the university. An old 58-year-old man who was appointed by our President Joseph Newman Parker as Inspector General of Commerce lied on his credential. Criminally went to the UL, obtained a day by the ID card, and he went and took a gun and wore it on the day of graduation after paying money to people to clear him off. His name was not even there in the first place. He paid money to the people and they cleared him off, and he was on the line to graduate. When the alarm was raised that he's not a student of the UL, he was removed from the line, and they did an investigation that he was not a student of the UL. The recommendation was to the president, have this man dismissed. And since that was made, the president has not taken any decision against Dor Kopo. He said, Inspector General of Commerce, the man who lied to the Liberian people, all of his grandchildren should be in graduate university, but he stayed there and he can't leave. President Barker is saying that he can dismiss him. So these are what we're getting from the students of the Universal Liberia. We cannot be here trying our best. Everyone who come to school, committing on taxis, in buses and on tricycles to come to school. Then one old 58-year-old man go and take gun away and can't stay online and say he's graduating. While we are here, he has exposed himself. Why is the president taking action against him? These are what we're hearing from the university students. If all goes well on the flip side of 3:30, we have some of them here to talk about the situation on the UL campus. George, you want to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Jala, the issue involving Doc Cooper. Of recent, I listened to him on OKFM. He tries to defend himself, and Clarence, started to quiz him, and the show became very tough for him. Even those that were calling the latte were not.
Why he went there for? He always get crashes on your head.
He carried on.
He get carried on.
And honestly, this issue involving Doc Cooper, it has become a serious issue. And I think the president will have to take some stance. The president will have to be very swift in terms of taking decision at this time. I've been following Martin Cully. Martin is a very good a researcher. He has been doing a very great job. I follow him frequently. I read some of his read up sometimes. He comes out with too many documents relating to Doc Cooper. And from some of the documents, when you follow Martin, it tells you that Doc is just another disgrace to academia, and the president will have to
let him go.
Will have to let him go. I don't know why, Jala. I'm yet to understand why the president will still be having a man like Doc Cooper around the cycle of the government.
But Doc Cooper should be ashamed of himself. See the number of young people who are in government. See the number of young people who are in government from weird time up to this time. The president has empowered young people. They went to school to learn. They took time to go to school. You old man, 58-year-old man, you can't go to school to learn book. You may lie on your character. See the number of young people in the country who go to school and who graduated and they have gone back for masters. They have gone back for PhD, but you say passing around. So I encourage, look, I always, every time I saw president appointing young people in government, I embrace them. Go are the days where the older guys with the big gun and big grips were appointed in government, and then the young people were left alone. But President George, he changed the dynamics. He appointed a lot of young people in the government. He saw all of them, some of them were saying in college, like Avin Wilson. And they graduated from college, they will say that. Waka has come, he has appointed young people again in the government. They serving diligently in other places. Why would this old man with his gray hair be lying like that? Josh.
And the issue involving the motorcyclist. I think the other day I posted a question and I said, who's advising Joseph Boakai and his officials? A friend of mine, he was just telling me of recent what you just said, that the government is intending to put the army outside comes Monday if the guys take on the street. But Jala, is it the responsibility of the army to take on the street when you have people protesting peacefully? I guess you watched the first protest that the guys had. It was very peaceful. In fact, they were instructing the drivers and to take the other side of the route. They were very, very peaceful and well organized. And so why you want to put out the army? Who's advising Boakai and his officials? Who's advising Boakai and his officials, or where are we heading as a country? They said that we don't know as to when the army should be placed out. You know what sounds it will carry out there or show out there to other partners or international communities that will be following? You go see army in the street will gone behind peaceful citizens. I think dialogue is the way forward. Instead of putting army outside, putting police people outside, for what? So if you put out the army out on Monday and the guys said they will protest, so what you want the army to do? To shoot at those that would say they would take on the street?
I think what I've gathered is they're not be there for riot control, but it'll be posted to areas where the go zone starts and where it ends. So what happens if they violate and they come to the go zone, no go zone? they will be arrested, their backs impounded, and be dealt with according to the law. That's what I'm saying.
So what becomes
if
of
they
the
came,
police?
if they came in the large number and want to protest, they same with the police did and give them corridor, and they'll get them corridor once they are peaceful. But if they want to get violent again, the police, I don't know what they will do. Use brutal force against them because they've been doing it before. But again, let's wait and see. They said Monday, and then somebody said to me, "What kind of protesters will be giving government time to protest? You want protest? You protest every day, but you say I'll give you a time interval every Monday. The government gets prepared for you." But we don't want to see the kind of lawlessness, George, because every time there's a protest and everything, demonstration here, and police beating on people, it sends a bad signal.
Honestly,
What happens is that our country is already troubled. Already troubled. Over 51 million has been cut from the government. I got a video I'll play about Donald Trump. He is talking about Lesotho and Liberia and all of those. You know, he pinpointed to those countries. Liberia name is there. I'll play the video. They have cut significant aid from our country. You may have investors trying to come to the country. But when they see these kind of demonstrations around Monrovia, everyday protests and protests and protests, they will not venture come here. So the government needs to take some action that will not allow people to do these things. Because once you do the right thing, people will not get in the street. But once the wrong thing are done, they will get in the street.
obviously.
Once you address their concern with clarity and address it with care, you will not have people going into the street to demonstrate. Look what we said the other day. A police officer killed a young 17-year-old man. The family is grieving. His whereabouts are unknown. A borders on human rights. Beating U.S. students with baton, spraying them with tear gas. One of them has gone blind. Is a human rights issue. Look, investors will not bring that money here to invest if we are involved in this situation every other time. Look, there's no political party in this country that know about protest more than CDC. Do not give them the reason to come in the street. That is my advice to the government. I was here, I saw CDC protesting here. When the Mola Malus were active. When the Achis Sanons were active. When the Jefferson Kojis and Ivan Wizards were active here. I saw it in 12 years under Madam Sirleaf. At some point, they overwhelmed the police. Do not give them the reason to come back in the street. We don't want to see all of these things. I can be coming to town and then I have to commute on a commercial car or get on a motorbike to come down. There's no motorbike now because protest is on Capitol Hill. I have to leave my vehicle in Peaceville to run to come to town because I have to settle and bring people their lunch as we're doing today. Every time, look, money does not lack where noise is. You know why people can play music in the bank? You know why they can hold quiet parties there? It's because money wants to sleep in a quiet tomb. Investors will not want to come to this country when their investment will be ruined by people. The other few investors are here. They think they're taking risks, even though they're getting money. We cannot sit here and allow this country runs back into the dark days. Let us do the right thing. That will make people not to come to protest around here again. If they want to protest, they protest in a peaceful manner. Not going to destroy people things, but you should guard them that nobody's right will be violated. Pursue the same path of Padre Sulu while he was police director, while the guys are protesting, giving them food and water. That's a new policing around. If the great USA can do it, you can also do it. Barack Obama, the former president of the free world, said, protestation strengthens democracy. Protest, it strengthens democracy. I remember when he made those comments, it was when Ellen went to the States to address the GA, General Assembly, when Liberians gathered outside of New York and other places to protest against Ellen's government. When he made those comments, money does not lack noise. It lacks to sleep in quiet room where there's no noise. When you make plenty noise here, they will not come. The last time I checked, I saw Unity Partisans. They were showing Elon Musk picture on Facebook while Oben Boaka was talking to him. And Facebook was inundated with that. They said, oh, they make them big investor in the country, a big investor. They put it as the administration website, and everywhere, all the officials of the government were putting on Facebook. Has Elon Musk brought any investment here since that time? No. Isn't this same Elon Musk that is advising Trump to do some of these things he's doing right now? Elon Musk, he has become the most powerful man in the Trump's government. And Trump listens to him. This was a man that Oben Boaka was talking to. And when I saw that thing, I said, okay, it's good for our country that investors will come. This man is the richest man in the world. I think the second richest man now with a net worth of $232 billion. They'll do a research and know who's the first richest man now. But when I checked some months back, he was the richest. If such a man comes to invest in our country, we're all happy. Nobody wants to see this country retrogressing. Do you know what has happened as a result of Trump's action? All of those UN agencies that were being supported through USAID, they are laying off our brothers and sisters. I met one of them on the Bolivar. He said, man, we all affected. We all affected. I'm home now, not going to work. So we have more than 2,000 to 3,000, 4,000 people from Liberia who have been affected. They are adding to the non-employment list. Let's not cause noise here. The government should not provide an atmosphere that will allow people to be protesting every day. Once you do the good thing, the people will sit at home. Even when they're hungry, they will not go in the street. But when you made them angry by taking wrong decisions against them, against their interests, they will come back in the street. Okay, Elon Musk is the richest. Okay, left from there. Go back, let me see. We're turn to the 5. Okay, let me see. So that's how it looks like when it comes to the whole thing about the richest man, top 10 richest men. Okay, go back to it while I try to end up. Let me read some of the comments from our viewers. Then I come back, we'll go to our last talking point and take some calls up to 3:30. Then we'll have the guys from the US coming. Come again? The cash giveaway is here. George, thanks for reminding me. *79 and *90#. Play 200 LD and win $20,000 Liberian dollars or $10,000 Liberian dollars. The cash giveaway. *79 and *90#. Play with 200 LD. You win $20,000 or $10,000 Liberian dollars based on how you play. Your chances are very high. Keep playing. Because once the nation's having the J's on the radio, you'll get some good lucks. Let me welcome Frank Mayo. Good afternoon, Jala. I'm following the show from my office on the Capitol Bypass. Oliver G. Che. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm following you from Grand Julia County. Mahmoud Rogers. I'm following from Town. Ase Nelson II. Following from Caldwell. Samuel Light Cooper. Following from Caldwell Back Road. Burgess G.K. Lamadan. Good afternoon, Jala Greyfield and George Wayi. Following the District 6. Ambassador Amos Sandy Gordon. Welcome. Ambassador Delino Robert Zoe has joined us from somewhere in Looking Town, while Onia Teresa Do Peculiar Do is joining me from Monrovia. That's Onia Teresa Do Peculiar Do, watching from Monrovia. Robert Bryan, good afternoon, Jala. I'm watching from Magibi County. On road Jackson M. Jusu, following us from Bellemont Community. Eric Smith, watching us from 77 Community. Tobasin Carter Jr., watching from District 11. Mighty Norder is watching from Bapol County, while Lai is watching from Ministry of Health. Mustafa Sherman is following from Front Street, while Ahaj Bawizi. I'm a man, long time see you, I hear from you. Ahaj Bawizi, the man, is following me from South Korea. So, man, we need to talk today, my brother. Ahaj Bawizi. Dear, my dear friend and brother Jala, he says, Ame in the street is not a good thing to encourage Joseph Newman Boakai. And I didn't support that as well. Bialo Barry, good afternoon, Jala. I'm watching from New Georgia Estate. Nina Kuya is watching from North Dakota Fargo. Stanley Wule Jabo is following us from Cowell Mickey Community. Abraham Flumbo Jr. watching from his place around Cooper, Mr. Cooper is married to JMB niece. That's the reason he is unstoppable. He's untouchable. Okay, I didn't know that. Peter Limpides, good afternoon. Jala Grayfield, I'm following you from Congo Town. And Peter Limpides, congratulations on your birthday yesterday. We couldn't announce it because we had some technical glitches here. And then so we say happy big post birthday to you, Peter Limpides. Stella Sharif, good afternoon. Big brother Jala and George, I'm watching from Broadway City this afternoon. Never cut to Pepe, never. Good afternoon, Jala, watching you from Monrovia. Bwaka knows nothing about governance. Random Morris, that's what I never cut to say. Random Morris, good afternoon, sir. Asata M. Miller, good afternoon, Mr. Griffin and brother George. I'm watching live from Red Light. Good to be on the show. Joseph Harrison, the country should be a Zoom. So criminal, he says. Sam Abu, I'm listening from Philadelphia, USA. Is that Sam Abu, my big brother who used to be at Star Radio and the Shashi Affair in the USA for the Liberian Embassy? Welcome, Sam Abu. Fiji Moyu, good afternoon from Delaware, the USA. Here is a list of the first 5 richest men. Elon Musk is number 1. Yes, I know. Just saw Elon is number 1. Elon Musk is number 1. Fiji Moyu. Thanks for the information. Marvin Va Jr., following from Grand Bassa. Ramsey Blair, watching from Bong Mines. Senator Sharif, instead of praying for the economy to improve, focus your prayers against those exploiting public resources. We already have an impoverished economy, he says. Joseph Allison, watching. We are David Augustine Sr., watching from Morovia, he says. Thomas S. Nyanti, watching from somewhere on the university campus. Okata Kahu, watching from the USA, he says. Elon Musk is causing extreme anxiety and depression here in the USA. Elijah K. Colley, good afternoon, sir. Thank you for the show, Big Brother Jala, and thank you so much for always watching live from Kakata City, Magibi County. So let's go on this one. So this week, we got to know that the petroleum importers, some of them have been defrauding the Liberian government and taking money from us illegally, we, the consumers of their products. The man who is executive director of the Road Fund, John Tokba, appeared for public hearing before the majority bloc. He averged Shelton Diepo welcome from Ganta City, Nima County, and Sam Mayuwe welcome as well. And he appeared and announced that major importers connects Aminata, Air PLC itself, Air PLC, Petro Trade, Kalando, Nation Petroleum Limited, they owe the Liberian government $15,287,101.24 in taxes. You know how that came about? I have a vehicle. Bawizi has a vehicle. Joy Way has a vehicle. Every time you go to the pump to buy a gallon of gas, there are fees levied against that 1 gallon. I forgot I needed to ask my colleague at the airport to give me the figure, but it was I think 5 or 10 cents. So every time I bought a gallon, I bought 3 gallons of gas every day. When I come to town, 3 gallons. So they put 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 30 cents there on the gas. At the end of that sale, they go and remit that money to government coffers through the LRA. But since they've been collecting the money, they are not remitting what belongs to government. So they take the money for themselves. And that money that is coming to the government is being used to rehabilitate our roads. Do some feeder roads around the country. That was the intent. That while Madam Salif and her team, economic team, sat and carved it. That this country is so small, it's so poor. So we can't be taking money from international partners to fix our roads. So let's put taxes on the gallon of gas and people buy it every day. I listened to Musa Belede, his name was mentioned, but he clarified that he doesn't owe and he doesn't owe a cent. I think he was on the show this morning and he said, no, he doesn't owe anything. Two of the companies, when they say, yes, they owe you, but again, they figure that it's blotted. The money they're calling is too plenty. It's too plenty. So, at that public hearing, the major importers, 8 major importers, they owe the Liberian government all this money, over $15 million. In this kind of impoverished and dilapidating condition we find ourselves, economic condition rather, $15 million could do more for the government of Liberia. Mm-hmm. Invest in trading and commerce in other areas. These are monies that are paid every day. They see what you can eat every day. Every day you can eat, right? Every day the car can eat too. The way you can eat every day and drink water every day, that's the same way the car can drink water every day, drink gas every day. So we pay money every day. So just imagine the number of people in this country that are consuming gasoline every day for all the counties. So government makes a lot of money from the importation of the petroleum products, and the importers themselves also get huge amount of money. But while they are collecting this money from the government, they should be remitting the money to LRA. Mm-hmm. But instead, they are not doing so. So the question I have to ask now is, what can the government do? Do you suspend their importation license? And if you did, will it cause a shortage of petroleum product on the market because they are major importers? Mm-hmm. If you stop one of them from importing, it has an effect on the economy because there will be shortage of gasoline and people will go in the street again. Mm-hmm. What do? Negotiate with them? Why should you wait for government to negotiate with you when you owe the government? Already Trump said he calling aid from Liberia. The man, I don't go for that video I can play. The man is very clear. He mentioned Lesotho, he mentioned Liberia. I'm going to I will play it shortly. Already the country is difficult. Nothing is happening right now. The country is getting. Is that I sent it to you, right?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Yeah, so play it. Play it for that.
We have already identified to promote LGBTQI plus in the African nation of Lesotho, which nobody has ever heard of. $1.5 billion for voter confidence in Liberia. Under the Trump administration, all of these scams, and they're far worse, but I didn't think it was appropriate to talk about them. They're so bad. Many more have been found out and exposed and swiftly terminated by a group of very intelligent, mostly young people, headed up by Elon, and we appreciate it. We found hundreds of billions of dollars.
The man is President Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk now becomes the Prime Minister of America in the history of America.
To fight inflation and other things. Taking back a lot of that money. We got it just in time. This is just the beginning. The Government Accountability Office, a federal government office, has estimated annual fraud of over $500 billion in our
It's
nation.
okay. You know, one of the reasons why we play this and we talk about the money the importers owe the government is because there is a restriction of grants and other funds that are coming to Liberia through the USAID. It is about time that we manage our expectations as Liberians. I mean, government officials who are making big money. The last time we checked, the government announced that there will be no minister or head of agency making over $7,000 US dollars. Mm-hmm. They cut a gas level of 800 gallon gas to what, 500, right? I think 500.
I think 500 or 450, something like that.
Then those who are making 500 for gas for trash card, they cut it to 250, from 500 to 250. Mm-hmm. The assistant or deputy ministers who are making 500, they call it to 125. These are waste. In the midst of these, as I said, dilapidating economic conditions we find ourselves, we cannot be doing this to ourselves. When you owe the government, pay the government money, Let the money flow into the society, into the economy. What Trump just said is a wake-up call for all Liberians, for every one of us in Africa. It is hard time to pay one man at the ministry at the central bank of Liberia $21,000 as though he's the only educated man in this country. Is he the only one God gave that brain to be in that place? While he's there, you are paying his house rent, paying his cook at his house. It is about time we go back on the drawing board. Honorable Joseph Nyuman Boakai. Let's manage it better. Set up a committee or a task force that will sit and look at all the salary structures of all government agencies and ministries. That mean the heads. And significantly cut some of these monies and redirect them into the economy. Because Trump is saying they said a review, but they are cutting off. So take for example, the American government has a ambassador here. As always saying, every morning they're briefing about what is happening in Liberia through newspaper reports, through our talk shows, SYC. Because the intent of what we're saying here every day is for the president to act and take action on these matters. But when we talk every day, they say we criticize. We're not just criticizing, we're trying to inform you because that's our work. Why should one man make 21,000? So the three central bank governors there, the deputies make $51,000 to $52,000 every month, as though they were created from heaven, they're born on earth. Is he one of Jesus' disciples or one of the angels in heaven that brought to earth? No, we must not do that. When the government announced here through a circular the other day that no head of agency or no minister will be paid over 7,000, it tells me now that there are ministers in the country or the head of agencies that are making more than 7,000. So if you say that to me that no one will make more than 7,000 now, it means that they'll be making more than that money. But what was the mandate of the rescue mission? He said there was salary bonanza in it. We are government. The bonanza was so huge. You preached the message of change and hope. You came and saw these fast salaries there. But yet you have maintained it for 1 year, 3 months now. Just to come to announce to us that indeed the money plenty will continue to 7,000. If it is a stable salary of ministers and the head of agencies now, it should be part of to 3,000. My man, civil servant can survive on 150. Some of them $100. They can pay their way from Reddit to come to town, from here to Douala, to Broadville, to Johnsonville. If civil servant can make 150 and survives on that, a minister can only survive on $1,000. Josh.
And Jala, the statement from the U.S. president is shocking, and it just says to you that African leaders we have to be very, very careful as to the mindset a lot of them will come to the presidency with. You've been around, Jala, when our African leaders, when they ascend to leadership, when they ascend to the presidency, what they take to the leadership of the country is that it is our time. And or he or she feels that once it is their time, they will do whatever they want to do. They will loot the country, and they'll just do whatever they feel that will please and their financial capability to get them moving. And this is about time that the president will have to wake up and take some action. You guys have to visit some of the laws. You guys have to revise some of the things that should be done, because too many things happening. Look at, go to the House of Representatives, go and see how much the guys there they're making. See their allowances. See how much they take home per month. You get just one person You allot, sometimes, look at $45,000. You give it to one person 3 times. Just for vehicle. Just for a vehicle. So you can get used car for the people. Government can even get used car for the people to be using. But you get $45,000. You give it to one lawmaker 3 times. What's that? You get one person who sit at Central Bank. He made over 20 some more plus thousand. Where are we heading as a country? And the government, I don't know whether they're forgetting about some of the promises they made. You spoke about these things and you said they were wrong. You said the past government were looting the country and you were coming to rescue, you were coming to set things straightly. And now things are very, very tough. Our people, they don't even afford a day to get something to eat. Eating in Liberia has become an achievement. Lot of people don't get something to eat a day, Jala. But you get one lawmaker. He takes home over $15,000 the end of the month. He allows the other thing in.
There will always be this kind of inequalities, my brother. That's the society we find ourselves. Inequality will always be there. We'll not even be near equilibrium. An equilibrium where you have this one that is everything on the real scale, but it will always be up and down. Just small like this. That's the non-equilibrium we're talking about. But again, we say these things because we want the government to succeed. We don't want to always criticize, but we talk them, we bring them forth so the people can hear it. All of these things we say here, my brother, there are people in the government who know that what we're saying are true, but they can't say it out. Because my mother told me, so when you eat, you don't talk. When you talk, they will take a spoon from you, the rest will choke you. You can meet there, you know fully whether it is wrong, but you can't express it. When you express it, they take you off.
And this is what damaging the country, Jala.
See what happened to Marvin Nyamplu, even though I was against what he said, but he said some things that were border around corruption and SYC. What happened? He got suspended. He resigned. When you inside, don't talk it. When you move from there, talk it. But when you inside, you talk it, they will take you from there. You know, this is Liberia. You know, one of the things, we'll take a course very shortly from there, I think for 25 minutes. Then the US students will come at 3:30. Then we'll take them up to 4 o'clock. Let me welcome Mr. Bwaka PM Tamido. Welcome, Mr. Bwaka PM Tamido. Watching live from Providence, Rhode Island. Thanks, Jala, for the show. Long time. My man, you forgot about me. The other day, he promised that we're going to meet on this Blue Apps. Sonny was on his way, but he didn't send it. Anthony T. David T. Batuna. Good afternoon, Jala. I'm watching you from Glakbasi Junction. And thank you for the talking points. Fumavi Tule. Good afternoon, big brother Jala. I'm watching you live from ELA Junction. Avino. I'm watching from Bangapong County this afternoon. Lucia Dorcas Hicks. It is very good for Liberia. They need to stop stealing and put Liberia tax money into good use. Lucia Dorcas Hicks says that one. She didn't tell us where she watches us from. Joseph Allison. The 3 branches of government, what is there? Now working in the Liberian people's interest. But God will punish each of them. Okata Kaho. What do you expect when you have crooks? A big 419 controlling your budget. Alicia Dorcas Hayes comes again, she says. Liberian government just misusing the country taxpayers' money. Thank you, President Trump, for cutting aid to our country. Amen. David G. Kotu, Lucia Dorcas Hicks. Show Mama his response to her. Otaka, okay. I'm watching from Arizona, Pennsylvania, the USA. Is Lucia Dorcas Hicks. She says that. Then Otaka Kawu comes and says the country is in serious trouble. And a complete mess on Joseph Nima Bwaka for the 2 years experience. He writes rather. Let me go to the last talking point. You know, few months ago, you know what happened on Capitol Hill, right? For which you have invited the speaker, the invited speaker to appear to answer questions about his alleged involvement. We didn't know what the outcome is, whether he said it or not. We didn't know because we are in the studio. We're not seeing the investigation because they are indoor and there will be no recording. Only those in that area record for the sake of records. Now, they have come to corroborate with what Gregory Como and the fire service people said. It was hard time that the very first day this fire incident occurred, a deputy director at the fire service came and said it was an arson attack. He intoned that while they were investigating and when we went in the place the fire occurred, they saw a mineral water bottle like this one I'm drinking with petroleum inside sitting there. It didn't take a long time. His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Joseph Newman Parker went there and he said it was a work of hooligans. Before any investigation, they have concluded that the place was burned. So I asked a question that day. How is it possible that Mr. Jala Grayfield takes this bottle, he places gas inside and make petrol bomb and throws it in the Capitol building? And even furniture that were there got burned. Computers are stronger than they got burned to the ground. Then you go and see the bottle sitting on there with gas inside. That was what the deputy fire service man said. In other words, he prejudiced the investigation. They've gone there, the crime scene has been contaminated by the police and the other people that went there. We heard the police inspector general saying they were inviting fire experts to come and assist with the fire investigation. My young brother Leonard Dudu launched an investigation and asked a question. Where are these people coming from? Who are they? What are their identities? Which institution they come from? He placed those questions in an email or so to the police inspector general. They never addressed these matters or these concerns or questions that were asked. They never addressed them. Until they came and said it's an arson attack. It is still long. They said they put in 1.8 million in the budget to renovate the place. But you say you're waiting for a forensic fire investigator to come to join you. Why then did you do an investigation, you concluded an investigation and call people to come? Paying them $30,000. So you can say it's each of they get $30,000 for their wedding for the team.
Oh, okay, all right.
But now for America to come to Liberia, if you see plane tickets around 1,008 now, or 1,007, is during the peak time, it's around 2,000 because December, like January, is a peak time. So 2,000. So just imagine each of them, if they were 3 or 4, they're getting 1,800, 1,000 for plane ticket to come because they got to buy the ticket and send it to them.
Waste of resources, Jala.
So the guys come, they have nothing to do, no investigation they did here. And they just rely on the investigation that you did as police and that the fire service, and you say this is an act of arson. I saw that thing they wrote. I'll not waste my time to read it. I will not take my time to read it. It's on social media. Go and find it yourself. It's very weak like a plastic bag. There's nothing inside. The same thing the fire service people said, what they get to the police is the same thing they came to say too. Why waste our time on these kind of matters that you invite people to go and appear to ask them questions? Why didn't they invite members of the majority bloc? They just call it a soon up and open your mouth wide and say you're crying. He said he didn't know whether they have been at this extent. The fire would not have gone at this extent. He didn't expect to be at that extent. Why did they meet at the time? Why didn't he call him? There's a young man who is the Senate security chief. Adonisius Wisse. The man was online. He said when he went to the place, he saw the level of what he saw there. He saw at the time that there will be a big fire disaster. He said it because he said. He asked why did they remove the chairs for the chambers. You have in call Mr. Wisse to assist with the investigation. Why did the police go there in the morning after 6 o'clock when they shall have slept there. You remove them and redeploy them in the morning. Was there any ominions or sinister behind that? And you grab 2 young Liberians and punishing them there in your cell. You put a bounty on their heads. They had to find a bill bond of $1.8 million. Where did they get the money from? Or you wanted to get rotting in jail? This is so sad. But again, this is Liberia. On the ECOWAS front, yeah.
And Jala, I just don't want to believe that the guys that came to Liberia of recent, they are fire experts, as the government have said. But I don't know whether you've been observing this. Since they came, did the guys ever call a press conference even before the investigation to answer some of the hard questions? I don't know.
And that's what we expected.
I've not seen it. Even after the investigation, whether they ever spoke with the media?
They should have spoken with the media.
Yes, they should have done it. But
Ask the hard questions, they answer it, and we will provide that information to our people. You can just can't say anyone corner and we have red paper and give to us, someone believe it.
But nothing of
you get wet man's skin.
And then the government, you take $30,000 and give it to people who just came here on that kind of charade and other thing. What's the essence of giving that money that kind of money? What the work they do here? In fact, if the government wanted to invite the people, Jala, when the incident occurred, I think that was the right time to call the people to come and do the investigation before even the president and Gregory and the rest of the guys started making all the statements.
Absolutely, I agree.
They were to invite him or invite the guys.
But that's what they said to us. That's what they said to us. But instead, they went ahead, did their own investigation, and invited these guys after.
So they expect Liberians to believe this stuff?
Anyway, if you just joined us, Business Boys of Liberia, we have to activate the phone lines now. Let me welcome Mr. John Kesse. Good afternoon, boss. Just following from 12th Street Sinker is John Kesse. Welcome, Evelyn Brown. Welcome from Painesville. Hope you and yours are doing well there. Bobby Lake. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia family. My name is Bobby, and I'm the fearless Bobby Yapundolo Lake. I'm following your broadcast from the cat giveaway queen is teasing me with some Fanta here. Your Facebook page in Banga City, Bon County, Republic of Liberia. Lucia Dorcas Hicks. Let the government reduce salaries to $1,000 for ministers. Then those failed Liberians living in America will not be running down there for jobs. They come to Liberia, get jobs, they pay less taxes. Call us on 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711. The female line is 0773-978-563. The cash giveaway is on. Play with 200 LD, star 799 star 90 hash. Play with 200 LD and win $20,000 or $10,000. Hello?
Yala, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You sound like David King.
David King, yeah.
Okay, David.
David King. I am not to join you away from town.
Okay, David.
Yeah. You see, Yala is a sad day of democracy. Joseph Walker is a dictator. I cannot miss my war on it. So what
makes him a dictator?
Joseph Walker has not created a space for political party and Liberians to be able to have the space to freely express themselves. Today, if you see the kind of barricade that the Liberia National Police erected all over Monrovia, it's like when law enforcement were entering into Monrovia 2003. So I feel strongly that Mr. Walker he's not somebody who believes in the peace of this country. Because you go somebody to that place, call a National Police headquarters to come and explain what they know, and you make it look like the man who you calling is some kind of fearful person, and you do all kinds of fearful things around town.
So let me ask you too. Yeah, so let me ask you too, my brother. So if Onokofa had gone to that place with just few lawmakers who are his colleagues, you think the tension you saw that through what happened?
And then bring you back to the issue of Mo Ali. Well,
so that it becomes a vicious cycle. The time Mo Ali was invited there, similar crowd came there, and again the police was similar police were there too.
They went in front of the building and they were not presented to stay on the road. The way they did it, with the police.
That's right. No, listen now. Listen. When Mo Ali arrived at the police station that day, he was carrying though his lawyers and other people went with him, but the entire group that went with did not go inside, they were outside.
No, they did not go inside. And we did not go there to go inside. We went to be around and show our support for our partisans.
Right.
For that thing belong to a political institution. We got our brothers' language behind bar for nothing because they did torture.
Thank you. Let me take the next caller.
No, you don't believe in democracy.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so very kindly. Next caller is here. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Welcome to Monrovia. Let's hear you.
Thank you. You know, just when you're looking at the motorcycle list and the EFL coming to, it will not look good for us as citizens. Because I think the EFL should be the last person to come out. The EFL will not come out in terms of chaos. So
I don't think the chief of staff of the army will allow himself to be drawn into that because he knows the rule of engagement. He knows the function of the AFL. I don't want to believe that Davidson Fuller, my uncle, will allow the soldier to come to the streets.
He was used as a surrogate on a travel land to come out with those kind of method. So the police need to take.
No, I know him to be a very trained soldier. I don't think he will allow himself to be used for that.
So the police need to come up and make sure they come with law and order because you have collected some money from the people over $350 US and get a no-go zoo. And see what's happening at the Capitol Building.
My man, but I want you to talk about $350 US, then I won't pay. We all pay that money. I pay money to register my car. If they pay money to register that back, they're doing business, so you should pay money to do that.
I agree. If you say you must pay money to use to do that, but then
but why you guys think that these motorcyclists are exception? They are pro-librarians and us.
Yeah, you don't define everybody for one person. Then the law should take a code for those who become violators.
All right, brother. Thanks so very much.
What's happening at the Capitol Building? The university has the right to demonstrate because they are not receiving what they need to receive to go to the university. You're not people on truck. They are not cattle.
And the guys are risking their lives. Go and see them claiming on a truck.
So we come to change for the better, but not for the worse.
Okay, brother.
Not cattle.
All right, brother. Thanks for calling from Benjamin. Let me go and take Christian pray for your enemy bio. Welcome, Christian. How are you?
Oh, good afternoon, Jara. Perfect.
Good afternoon. Welcome.
And let me say good afternoon to George.
Good afternoon, sir.
Jara, I appreciate you guys for the splendid elaboration and making our view heard on national radio. Jara, like some of the callers said, I think this president does not mean well for the Liberian. I said this to say, Jara, over the past time we have witnessed police brutality against citizens, police brutality against peaceful protesters. Today, what we witness from the police, I think the effort exhibited by the police over the past time to brutalize peaceful citizens, that effort should be directed to the community where armed robbery is the largest crime within the day. Where we see people arousing people within communities. We see people holding knives, attacking citizens within the community. The police are nowhere to be found. But the police is there at the headquarters where they sit. They ask for tea money every person day to drink tea. What the RG is collecting money from even the police that he cannot even protect. That is forsaking. It's very, very bad. And I think the issue of this police brutality should stop. The president needs to take seize of this matter. If the president is not in control, he be clear.
Okay.
People that he is not in control of the country.
Thank you, Christian. Christian, thanks a lot. Yeah, let me take the next call. Hello, welcome you live. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Good evening, Jana. This is Sari. We are joining you from Basel.
Welcome from Basel, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, I'm Mr. Jana.
Okay.
Oh, Jana, you see, let will be friend. And you see, when you in government, you see embarrassment that can come to you. You see, President Waka down. President Waka, he not mean well for the country. You need that when people protesting, you be able on the street. John Man, we are who yesterday don't know about government. He can't even say that thing to the Liberian people.
No, listen, these are things we are hearing because we as journalists, our ears are bigger than your ears.
Yes,
so we're hearing them, and that we're hearing from the John Security what they want to do, but it's not finalized yet. That's what we're
Okay.
hearing.
Yeah, I come in, Mr. Jala. You see, that's some of the things we talked about yesterday. That when in your campaign you promise a lot of things in your government that you will do for the Liberian people, and you're not doing it. You will receive a lot of latching that will come to you. So President Biden will put himself together and govern now the country good. Because when you not do it, my brother, we'll go back to the same area we come from, and we're breaking God. That everything will not happen. President Biden need to come to the Liberian people and do it well good. He must not be saying that those hungry garden that around him are not using. Because they're using. President Biden can be all in stake. He will pay for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me welcome Mr. Coco Smith, who is watching and listening to us from Looking Town. Mr. Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt Ave, welcome. From the Accra, Ghana, Ansu Koma. I'm following Antoinette Boyman Jala. Antoinette Boyman Jala says, thanks for the update. I'm watching live from Vanjama City, Lofa County. Antoinette Boyman Jala, welcome. Mangeo Bagole, I'm watching from Vanjama City, Lofa County. Good afternoon, guys, he says. Call us on 0773 419 502 0555 184 These are the numbers for the guys in the counties. You can call us and be part of the show here. For the female line, they are not calling as many as we expected them. It was because of the females who always participating, and they were complaining that our platforms are always being used by the men. We created this number for them, 770-773 978-564. They are not calling the number. So we are asking the people in Monrovia to call that number. Male can call the number as well. Call us from the counties. We are in Bassa County on 95.7 in Grand Bassa, 90.7 in Bon County, 89.7 in Magibie, 96.7 in Vanjama. My friend and brother Emmett Hammer is there in Magibie County. Emmett, how are you doing? Well. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how are you, bro? I'm a special from Bon County.
What about Bon County calling from?
I'm from Batala, Bon County, special labor.
Okay, Cousin Lagbo, welcome.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
We got something in Manitoba called tricking attitude.
What does that mean?
Before the capital building burned, as well, it was the police that assigned that place. All the things that going on, the police that assigned that place before in the retreat from the capital building that burned. You ever call the police to ask them questions? The police ever call them and ask them why they retreated from the place? Secondly, let young men what they call police. Why he took the material from in the capital building before fire caught the next day? Why you choosing to take the
Any man that ever represented, you're not asking when you come to Bonga, you're not asking before?
No, you're not from a district. You know, I'm from Uniqua district in Bon County.
Oh, Uniqua. Okay.
Yeah. Why you took the thing from there? Thank you, sir, brother.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate that. Let me welcome Stanley Sharif. GMB Liberia is going down the dream, he says. These are comments coming from our live Facebook feed. Let me read this one. Lucia Dorcas Hicks is always, she's active this day. Harassing poor citizens in the country can bring uprising in the country. Mr. Walker, remember some do time that just what happening in Doe government, so be mindful, she writes. Joseph William Godson Corley, he writes and said, I'm watching from Magibie County in Wheeler, Magibie County, welcome. So call us on 077-3419-502 0555-184-711. The number for the females is 0773-978-564. You can call those numbers and be part of the show on Voice of Liberia. The student at the University of Liberia will be here very shortly. We'll talk to them. Let's hear what he's talking about. Let's hear the concerns. Let's hear what he wants. Staging protests here and there every day. What is the new president of the University of Liberia doing? That of McParland, what is he doing? Does she understand the Zikwe? Does she understand the Muyans? And what will she do if the Muyans and Zikwe's have been said on campus? And she's saying nothing about the Zikwe's and the Muyans. So the guys will be here. I'm told they are around. The Muyan guys will be here. So Joseph William Gorson Colley, Mwefe Hine, watching from District 9, where one of the best lawmakers live, Frank Foko. Yes, welcome to the show, Murphy Hine. So as I said, the student from the University of Liberia, they've been staging protests. The other day I saw what happened, and I saw women jumping into a truck that carries cow, from Malay to Liberia. And it was so disheartening. And I saw that video, I felt so difficult. Females are competing with their male counterparts, jumping onto the buses, those trucks. And I saw that female student being pulled by her hands, while she was trying to get on the truck, and she couldn't make it. She came down to the other side, and they were committed from Fennel coming to Monrovia. Are these the reasons why these young people are agitating? Are these the reasons why they want change? And somebody said to me, every time US students, they will always oppose government, especially when it comes to soup. But they have concerns. They're Liberians. 8 months, you close the University of Liberia, no money to open it. And the guys are agitating. You go there with police people and beat them, spray tear gas in their eyes. And the lady said to me, a young man who lives in Matadi, he has gone blind as a result of that beating and flogging they gave them, and then tear gas in them. I will take a few calls, then I go to the guests. They are here already. Hello, welcome. Let's hear you.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. You on Voice of Liberia. What's your name?
My name is Uriah Square, calling from Bong County.
Which part of Bong County are you calling from? Which part of Bong?
Boy, clean. I got like ton.
Oh, Nyagalatan. Is what client?
Boy, clean.
Oh, Bayo. Okay. Which district is that?
Boy.
Okay, let's hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to have a quick issue that concerning about that capital building. I really want to know the issue that going on over there. The police IG that was on duty at time. Then who they supposed to ask? The government supposed to ask them. After people were there, they said no lawmaker should enter there. But the area are then Brandon accusing some lawmaker that they said this is those that they asking them that they know something about that what they invited them. But why, if they want to be transparent, they can invite us, the other lawmakers, then like the other side, like Unity Party lawmaker, only CDC lawmaker, they invite them to ask, and they are not say they are guilty, but they inviting them to ask.
So that's a question we all asking. We all asking the same question, my brother. We said, why didn't they invite the other guys from the Nigeria Blood too? I didn't have people of interest.
Yeah, it just show us that it has not been transparent. The judges is not transparent right now. Why they invited some experts from America? They go ask some people to come do that. The investigation Samuel reading that thing they were saying, which ago is signing in place.
All right, thank you so very much. Yeah. Let me take the next caller from here while George is trying to set up. Hello, welcome.
Good evening, Gala.
Hello, welcome. You live? Let's say, where do you call from?
We are coming from district number 9.
Samuel Nyiman, we are.
Gala, the burning of the Capitol building to me is more political than being or incident.
Okay.
Because prior to the burning of that Capitol building, the change from the building was taken to the city hall by Samuel Costa. Why it is the investigation is not beginning with Samuel Costa? The president went and presented the investigation. Jeopardizing the entire thing. So what's the interpretation of this investigation that these foreign experts will bring out? For me, it's just purely political. It's a manhunt to crack down those political so that they can be suppressed. So for me, that investigation of the expert is meaningless to me. Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly. You, the last caller on this segment. As I said to you today, it is a difficult show to present because we have some glitches here, very technical, serious technical glitches here. We are working on that to see if it is resolved or if they are resolved. But we are having two young people from the University of Liberia. There have been some protests in Capitol Hill for some time now. I see them wearing khaki. They are from SOUP. They are SOUP students. And they will be talking to us very shortly. We're trying to put them on camera. I think they are better now. The other man just needs to come closer to his colleague so he can fit into the camera. So I'll allow them introduce themselves because This is Voice of Liberia 104.1. And so, okay, you come closer to, yeah, address the microphone to you. Hello, welcome. What's the name? Where do you come from? You say you come from Sub?
Good afternoon. I'm from Prince P. This Junior, a senior committee on the Vanguard Education Party.
It's what?
Central Committee of the Vanguard Education Party.
Central Combatant.
Senior committee.
What is that?
We want to capitalize. We want to put in a capitalist form. You say lawmaker.
Oh, you didn't see a lawmaker.
Not senior law. If you want to put in a capitalist form, then
Yeah,
you say a lawmaker.
A lawmaker, yeah. I just call you lawmaker.
Yeah.
And what's the name?
So thank you for the opportunity accorded to be here. Basically, I'm Committee Public Second, National Secretary on the Bureau of Propaganda Press, Research and Guidance. Chala, I want to say it is very imperative that these opportunities are given to the students where they can have say in the national decision-making process, where they can voice up issues confronting over 25,000 students at the state university. Because if you are aware, since this regime took over, a regime that believe have one of a fundamental pillar in education, that has education that have violated constitutional provision that stated that citizens should have the right to quality tertiary education, quality education. This regime of Mr. Bwaka that have neglected the state university since its first 100-day so-called deliverables. This regime that does not care how the students at the University of Liberia are facing serious challenges. But today we'll be primarily discussing how Dor Cooper, the man who's Nicodemously, if he led the man when I didn't last his way to acquire a degree of BSc in 4 years after he was a non-average student. Within 4 years, we saw this man acquiring a BSc. How is that possible? On which planet are you speaking of, Jala?
Is that a reason why you are protesting today, senior lawmaker?
No.
I'm told it was a protest today.
Yeah, for today's first, let me demystify today's protest that it was led by militant of the Vanguard Education Party.
Who led the demonstration?
For today, as per our TPA informed us that the protest was led by members and militants of PROSA.
PROSA members.
Yeah, Potion led it.
And so, what do you think were their demands? So, what did they do that for?
This is what I'm about to explain. As per the TPA, you know the Vanguard Party Operation TPA. So, as per the TPA, PROSA men have received intelligence that fanatic Kofa were coming at the central, Monrovia Central. And then fanatic Kofa already told them to govern our students so that they can come outside. Then the CDC COP will join them so that they can take the street. That was how the PROSA men went on the parallel hall and then they disrupted their classes. But later on, we had to go back on the parallel hall to demystify that they said the protest is not genuine, it's not tangible. So you guys going outside there to go black road or to stop the police or confront the police, it will be bad for you, the students. So the best you can do for yourself right now is to stay around. Any moment from now, since you guys believe in SUP will provide you guys a way. And we saw it clear, the videos are clear, all of the recordings are clear that the Prussian joined the CDC COP and all of men to carry fanatic Kofa at the Monrovia Central Prison.
Why is always a problem between you, SUP, and that of PROSA? Why always?
For that one, let me just make that one clear. This is very clear that somebody that was funded October 20, 1970 and somebody that was funded 2018 as a birthday club, they cannot be compared. And SUP had never a day in our history compare herself with PROSA. We don't have any issue with PROSA. In fact, our debate has always been for the students. The students' learning conditions should be suitable, pave the university campuses, provide a tertiary education, bring buses, bring chairs. When the chairs that are being used by the students at the University of Liberia are being produced here, why is it that the students cannot get these chairs in normal? These are our debate. When our national government has gone against the people, then of course, yes, we go for national government, but we don't go for PROSA. No. The Vanguard Education Party has never in our history come for prosa. We always go for contradiction. We are always the writing contradictions. So prosa is not our debate.
So yes, if you may date back, so we want to carry back into history, it's not the fact that the party has been against or it is successive regime that have taken the mantle of authority, that have instituted terror to organized paramilitary group who has had a spring field of students. So you look at the regime of Samuel Kando after the overthrow of the Turing Party. During the regime of Samuel Kando, certain elements thought that the struggle had ended because the oligarch Turing Party had come to an end. So there was no need to struggle against someone who referred to quote unquote son of the soil. And the Vanguard Party said, no, the struggle for the student masses and Liberian people is not a struggle of just a class. It is a struggle for the collective interest of the student, for the collective interest of the people. Once a government that does not prioritize the people's interest, we will continue to struggle. So we saw the formation of SIM, Student Integration Movement, which came as a birthday gift, as a gift to the Dole regime, in an attempt to oppose the radical posture of the Vanguard Party. And subsequently, after the Dole regime was not successful with SIM, we saw the formation of students under the ban of the historic, if you like, the barbaric regime of Charles Gangetoro, simply because for all these years, the Vanguard Party has stood in the face and said to this dictator that if you cannot improve the life of the people, if you cannot improve the life of the students, it is time I leave the state. For over these years, the Vanguard Party has been able to ensure that the students concerned, the mass of the Liberian people concerned, has been a primary objective. And that is why you see regime in, regime out. Even today, there will be, even the next regime will come. That is not in line with SIM, that is not in line with student process. They will from their own so-called quote-unquote student grouping.
What is it?
Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Simply because they have our single motive and they have stereotyped the Vanguard Party as a generational career enemy. And that is why we have had no first any political party. Check the history of Soup. Soup has been the only lone boss, the only lone surviving boss on the continent of Africa. And in the Republic of Liberia, struggling for the interests of African people, struggling against the interests for the mass of Liberian people. And that is why we have not opposed any political party. But fact, we do not see these misquas, these riffraffs. We do not see them. Because to us, we go for people who sponsor them, financially induce them. And the formation of process was as a result of certain elements who thought that the party could not struggle against the air soccer star. And the party did. The party did struggle with George Weah. So some of them, in the West, from betterment, the way they created a process. And today, the party is still struggling. And the party is struggling with Mr. Parker to the core. And as much as Mr. Parker can adhere to the social contract that he signed with the mass of Liberian people, November 13, 2023, the party will ensure that Mr. Parker will be held to the fire. The party will ensure that Mr. Parker live by the standard.
There where I was coming. What is said, you soupiest won't be done, or you students of the University of Liberia won't be done.
Say again.
What is said, you students of the University of Liberia won't be done by the government. That if it is not done, there will always be noise on the compound of the university.
For that one, it's very simple. You call Liberia a democratic state. How can you call Liberia a democratic state when the citizens are not enjoying democracy?
You think so?
Yes. Why should you call Liberia a democratic state when the citizens of Liberia are not enjoying democracy? When you get students going to school to make their way on campus, on the various campuses to be precise, the University of Liberia, when you get students are still fighting in the 21st century to get boss. Why do you call democracy when the students are still fighting, throwing armchairs from place to place, although they told us that we are the future leader? Why do you call democracy when police brutality under the leadership of Mr. Bwaka is the order of the day? Why do you call democracy when Mr. Bwaka and his leadership cannot provide the students at the University of Liberia an internet connectivity? Why do you call democracy? What is the people enjoying? After all, we have received, we have read history, we are getting to know that when you say a democratic state, you should be for the people, because it is for you that the people elected you, and it is for the people interest that you were elected, and you are not in the interest of the people. Do you want for the Vanguard Party to waver hard historic obligation. And in fact, the question I was asked by your colleague before he left, this is something that you must be in the know that SU was founded October 20, 1970, and SU took part in the democratization of the state called Liberia to enjoy democracy today. So in that light, the Vanguard Party will always be there in a much all these contradictions are on the pavement and they are not solved. Yes, of course, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yes, you are asking what is it that the Vanguard Party struggle, and that's a very significant question. But what we have failed to realize over the period of time is the fact that people who have had who are presided over the means of production of this country have had a state, particularly the state university, in a place of decadence. If you like Congress, quite recently, we saw a very devastating video coming from the Florida campus where students riding, truck that carry people, truck that carry logs. You know what I'm talking about, logs. Truck that carry logs. It is a condition that Mr. Barker to us, you want to rescue us from. And so regime after regime upon regime have come to this space. And what they have been able to do is to plant on our scene rhetorics. And that is why you always see the Vanguard Party struggling. Because the Vanguard Party has no political motive of self-glorification. But if this issue that we saw, if you refuse to improve the people's life, the Vanguard Party will struggle.
What's the stance of SUP as it relates to the issue involving Doc Cooper?
Okay. For the Vanguard Party, we believe in social justice, academic freedom, and peace. We don't believe in the system wherein somebody will come and infiltrate the system and then parading with a fake degree, then the person is working. What begun of the over 222,000 students of the University of Liberia who are attending classes on a daily basis, and at the final analysis, they are wanting job. Then you take someone who stopped in 9th grade and come and get them job. This is an affront to the students, not just the students, but also to the government. The government should understand that they have international panels. International panel is observing them. You go and take somebody to make them a general inspector at Commerce. This person is a degree foster. In fact, the University of Liberia has launched an inclusive investigation. This investigation shows that Mr. Doc Cooper is a degree foster. And in fact, the university did not stop there. They suspended 2 of their qualified instructors. Jail for this in Doc Cooper. Then Mr. Barker is still keeping Doc Cooper there. This is something that the Vanguard Party have already given her opinion on, and we have already given Mr. Doc Cooper and that of Mr. Barker 72 hours. 72-hour ultimatum. If this 72-hour ultimatum passes, if you read the Vanguard Party position, you understand that the Vanguard Party said there will be an unspecified revolutionary action. It could be you, my dear brother. In how much you pass through the rank and file to be general inspector at the level of Commerce, you should be given a job. The old document who stop in 9th grade, and only because of political alignment, you go and give them a job. We are not saying if Commerce are in your cycle and they are qualified, do not give them the job. No, you can give them the job, but now unqualified individual, the document.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
So basically, like I've always said to people, this famous quotation of Araji Malik Mahmoud Shabazz, he has said to us, that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow, for those who prepare for it. And Shikubara, the first step in the revolution is the education of the people. How dare you, in a state where people are reading, in a state where young men and women are striving to acquire education, that they can come back to their society and contribute their quota to national development, national growth, and then you take a degree foster simply because he's an ally to the Simon Parcel vice president, simply because he's an ally to the Simon Parcel vice president, and then he took that degree foster. He comfortably sat at the Ministry of Commerce in 3rd grade without no productivity. That means zero, he is ideally bankrupt. He has zero understanding in what it takes to be a inspector.
In fact, this even undermine the arrest agenda, to be precise. The E in the arrest agenda, the ARREST. It undermine the E. It undermine education. It don't just undermine education like bro. It undermine education globally. So Mr. Burger should stop this. You cannot bring an agenda that has education in it. Then you get a degree foster working within a system, and this identical brother cannot relinquish his position.
You think the rescue lied?
But comrades, this is not something that we have to say to you. This is something that the Liberian people have already seen, and Mr. Bwaka is incompetent to lead the state. And in fact, if I would say that today, I would tell you that if I'm the chairman of the Vanguard Party, I would tell you any moment from now the Vanguard Party will take power, because Mr. Bwaka came to the people with a statement. His statement is rescue. Let me say this: you brought yellow machines. Where are the yellow machines? The yellow machine, the yellow machine came to rescue the people, or the yellow machine came to rescue Mr. Bwaka and his ministers. You brought in the quote-unquote boss from Ghana. The bosses he brought from Ghana, are the bosses here to rescue the people or to rescue Mr. Bwaka? That's fake. You discuss about sanitation. You go today in Mosoralo, in Pinsville, in Bannersville, the drainage are all dirty. You go into the street, all the streets are all dirty. Where is the rescue? Is the rescue only for Bwaka and his English friend that are around him, or is the rescue for the people? Mr. Bwaka is a liar man, like we said. Mr. Weah was a liar man. In fact, Mr. Bwaka is an old lucky Gunanko who is in New One and that have come to lie to the Liberian people. And let me say this: the Liberian people has nothing to benefit from Mr. Bwaka.
Yes, go ahead quickly.
So yes, before we go strictly into the issue of the first thought in the academic criminal, Don Cooper, one thing we have to understand, one thing we got to make very emphatic here is the fact that Don Cooper was not conferred a degree on by the University of Liberia, but rather
that's why he said
Don Cooper did not receive. While we saw when Don Cooper was an attempt where he had academic medicals on him, where he had gone, and Don Cooper did not receive. There was no point in time the University of Liberia gave Don Cooper a degree, and that is why we are saying here to people that Don Cooper was not a student of the University of Liberia. By virtue of the fact this man could be charged with perjury, this man could be charged with false statement, which violate the penal law Liberia, subsection B, 12.30 and 12.31 respectively, that fronts on perjury and that fronts on false statement, which are first degree felony and third degree felony. And there's the man who want to prove time. He has shown significant arrogance, serious arrogance. This man has shown want to prove time. And that's why we are saying to the Bwaka regime, if the 72-hour Elijah, and you cannot, and let me make this very clear, you cannot dismiss talk about the Vanguard part of the revolutionary actions on specific revolutionary actions to ensure that this space be very synthesized, to ensure that sanctity and dignity be restored to public service in this country. Because you have had a dean of the cabinet who is already academic foster, you have had a deputy press secretary who did not acquire a tertiary education. But these people come on the basis of experience or so-called rescue matter simply because they are
term the rescue mission as a so-called rescue mission.
It's a so-called rescue mission to rescue that dying political Jew and to enrich themselves, pocket money. Now today you see more alley riding a big of cars. You see almost 12 filling and building condominiums. These are things. Let me say this: these are things that we feel that equals for cities here are not above them, and now is the time for them to pull on career path. Now is the time for them to reach at the scene. Now it's time. Check around the space, you'll see people of this regime. Why you see is a massive rich with corruption scanner, and this presidency are directly very insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people. He's very insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people because he sleeps 23 hours and works for less than an hour a day. And that is the regime we are faced with, and that is the condition the matter of the Liberian people are faced with. An old sleeper president who only cares about charging their budget, but not the issue of the matter of the Liberian people. Not the issue that confront the student at the University of Liberia. Not the issues are confronted 125,000 students. Today, you go find that come out, there are no buses. Students are still struggling. Students are paying their fees, are still struggling.
Let's take
out of the classes.
Let's take
the on the set. We'll be very clear that Mr. Bwaka cannot dismiss Don Cooper, that the Mapana cannot ensure the student and the party. These conditions will ensure that revolutionary action will be taken all in the street of Montreal. And we cannot guarantee a safe society if this condition cannot be addressed.
Let's hear you quickly and then take few calls.
Before you go to the call, the people out there, to our students of the University of Liberia, this is something that you should be aware that any moment from now there will be an unspecified revolutionary action on all of the campuses of the University of Liberia.
How soon do we expect that?
Any moment from now, for the fact remain that the University of Liberia has failed perpetually to add the R body and telling students that students should put that name on a piece of paper so that they can be added at the end of the semester. This is an affront to the students, and this is an affront to the Vanguard Civication Party, because we were funded on the basis to protect the students and also to protect the Liberian people. This is something that is ongoing, and this is our intelligence that we have received. We received the intelligence of quite recent that the administration had a meeting with the guys who control the e-portal, and they are owing the guys who control the e-portal a very serious amount of money. They do not want to pay it, so they came to an agreement that you should carry paper, all your scholars should carry papers in various classes. Those coming who are dropped on the platform, they should write their name down on piece of paper that is not guaranteed, that does not guarantee them at the end of the semester that they will receive that grade and go and only mesmerize and master. This is something that the Vanguard Party will never compromise on, and this is something that the Vanguard Party is very clear about. Add the R-body. To add the R-body is very easy than to take over 300 to 400 students' name, go and sit back and say you're plugging it on the system. Okay. If you're plugging the system, we can plug in the system is to get the R-body. So it is easy to get the R-body back on the platform than to use a sheet of paper and say you're adding these names on the platform. It is wrong.
Okay. You're listening to students of SUP, and they are from the University of Liberia. You listen to them. They've spoken about some of the issues happening at the University of Liberia and what they want be done. You've listened to them. You have question, comments, or recommendation. We can hear you. 0773 419 0773 419 or better still 0555 that's 184711. Let's take our first caller. Oh, we lost the president. 0773 419 0773 419 or better still 0773 978504. This person. Hello. Hello, what's your name? From where you call?
This is Winston joining. I do join you from Banga.
Winston from Banga, go ahead. You're live on the show. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much I want to say thanks to your studio discussions in your studio. The last guy who just spoke, I want to say thanks because all of what you said is well understood. I think my advice is when they are coming to studio, bring people who will come to speak that the common people will understand, so that the common people who have sent their children to that school will grasp the concept of what the children are going through.
So what the guy saying here, common people can understand it?
Yeah, hello. The guy who the student who left before the last guy who just spoke, all of what he was saying, people could not really grab it. So Chaco, he's speaking in studio.
All right, thank you. Thank you. This person, good afternoon, welcome. What's the name? From where you call? Hello? Yeah, hello. What's the name? From where you call? Let's hear you.
My name is Roosevelt.
30 seconds. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll call you from Piano.
From Grand Bassa. Go ahead.
Yeah, I listened to your studio guests and got them very clear. One thing I want to recommend to them, right now, we know that they are not educated people. When you give them a job, they don't perform. They perform decimally. And there are people that you give them job that are not educated, but because they get the equal to do the work, they will do it. So about a couple issue. I want them to check it up as to what I say became commerce inspector. Whether he made any mistake or whether he not doing your work properly.
He have to make mistake first?
Yeah,
would you say them wait the man make mistake or he steal first before they talk about it? Hey brother, not the issue there. Not the issue there. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Caller, good afternoon. What's your name? From where you call? Oh my word. Let's get another person here quickly. Hello.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm okay. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Tesla from Bomb County.
From Bone County, go ahead.
Yeah, so I would like to congratulate my comrade at his studio there. Look, I can just say this. Joseph Boakai came to high tax education in the country. No, we are not about Liberia. We are not stupid. Look, we do something logically. He brought men, them to come in sector. He came to high tax up, or I mean, high tax education in the country. Who was sent and look at such a thing? No, guy, master, or not, you know what I mean? The kingdom, no, we will never send them look at the wrong thing that is going on in the country. Liberia is now a country. Yeah, Liberia have a star man, educated one. We will not look at somebody can join the middle of. He work down, he coming graduate. You see? We will not allow that. No, just about in the country to test, he said he can as a rescue. You know the meaning of rescue? You know the meaning of
Hello? Okay, let's get another person. Good afternoon, welcome. What's the name? You're live on Bids and Pieces. Go ahead, let's hear you.
My name is Alexander Cisse. I'm calling from Brownsville.
From Brownsville, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to know from you, and I just want to know from you, it's so.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Welcome, what's your name?
Yeah, this is April Doy Gardner, and I joined for my Grand Bassa county.
From Grand Bassa, go ahead, let's hear you. You're live on the show.
Let me start to say felicitation to the two intellectuals from our university who are propounding this identical hour. Let me say thank you to them. But on the issue there, you know, on the issue of not getting the permanent and qualified degree and getting job, it was the issue of which the rescue mission stressed on. That if you did not get a degree, you are not going to work or get a tangible work in the government. Today, it was the issue that Jeremiah Pia, who is now president, is the PRO for the country, when he was speaking on private loader during the day that the rescue mission was a power, it was the issue that he was speaking on that a lot of people that were not qualified, that had degree, were working in president we are doing. Today, these are people that gave it unqualified. The people that don't have tangible degrees, they are working in the government, exploiting and stealing our country money all around here. We know
Thank
that.
you.
So let me just thank you to those intellectuals. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me take our final call out here and then we wrap it on the show. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, welcome. You are a final caller. Let's hear you. What's your name? For where you join us?
Thank you very much. I'm Colonel from the Liberia Liberia of Twitter.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, listening to your studio guests that today, as relating to issue, the protests that were led by the African Party, the Progressive Student Line is still in the Friday. I want to make this clear to you today that the guy sees here that region collaborator, the king there to justify salary. This guy bring the information minister on campus recently. This guy yesterday, the staff student, the Christian student, the violated top student on the class yesterday. Beat on people's students. Beat on people today in the name of applauding. We want to send a practice and a drama. We want to say the king to justify the salary.
They'll respond. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, we don't have time. We got to go.
Yeah.
Just respond quickly. Let's go. Wrap it up quickly.
First, let me say thanks to everybody that called. And let me begin with the last person who just called. If you are a student of the University of Liberia, or if you live around Capitol Hill, to be precise, Bapash, if you live around Charlatan, you get to understand that the students are seriously confronted with classes issue, how to get to the various classes. And it was on that identical backdrop that the students themselves, because in order to stage a safe and successful protest, those who you are about to stage the protest in their interest should be fully aware of the protest, and yes, of course, they will join you. That was how the students themselves led the protest, and we only guarded the students in the protest. For today's protest, if you go on campus now, classes are already ongoing right now, because the administration has given the assurance that tomorrow we will sit on a round table to discuss as to how the platform, the body will be back on the platform. For today's protest, you will understand that this protest was led by the CDC COP. I will do name calling. The CDC COP that is led by Foley Massacre, Ben Billy Topa. These are guys that led the today protest for of Fonadi Kofa, and then they instructed POSA for POSA to put main OSA, and that's how POSA put the students OSA, calling the students for the students to donate on the ministry so they can block the mirror. The students said no. You guys are not in your interest, but you guys are in the interest of Fonadi Kofa. And for Fonadi Kofa issue, this is something that we cannot partake in. The only thing we can partake in is place our boarding back, give us chairs, give us buses, brings every facility that will smoothly the smooth operation of the University of Liberia. And to the Komewu call,
yes,
Mr. Brother,
in 30 seconds.
Yeah, to the 30
gotta
seconds.
close.
To the next Komewu call, Mr. Brother said something. No business as usual. And if you also not attempt doing a campaign, no business as usual. If you are a student of political science, if you also have that statement, that is to say to you that if you do not have degree, if you are not qualified, you will never get a job. Call are those days wherein you will sit at the back and say, I stop in 6th grade or I stop in 12th grade, and then I will come and do the job that a degree holder is supposed to do, a job that a PhD holder is supposed to do. How can you take a main job and give it to child? That is something that we found out, and we are all students of university. We get small, we get our comments around Stella Maris, we get our comments around the University of Liberia, we get our comments around UMU and other universities. They need job. These are reasons for which you can observe that when all the comments graduate people in the community putting more on them, and you get the incompetent people working.
Thank you.
So basically, right?
Yeah, wrap it up.
To address the last quarter, he said the issue of the students should be involved into a protest. So what we gotta get very clear and very emphatic. These are the same people for the last 6 years who collaborated with the CDC regime, the supporting the historic CDC regime to institute terror, to institute chaos on the University of Liberia campus. The records are there, the evidence are there, and the videos are there. To now, the Baga regime cannot take any serious action towards that. The March 13 incident, the March 31st, that emotional memorial at the auditorium, the March 13, where Akaras Moses Great invaded the University campus, against Akaras Moses Great invaded the University of Liberia campus with talks under the instruction where they were hard under the instruction of POSA and other CDC paramilitary groups. These are the people who in the last 5 years of President We Are despotic rule that orchestrated all the series of destabilization on our campus. And how dare you come here to say to the students that they are being involved in destabilizing classes? But we want to be very clear here in this manner. We want to be very clear in this manner, comrades. What we will not allow is for those who came to us, those who came to the Liberian people and campaign on the matter of rescue, on the matter of no business as usual. When yes, CDC people who are very incompetent and unqualified who said hard position, ranking for the paramilitary leader Jefferson Kochi to Alvin Wisher. These are people who they say are very incompetent, but now we have several presidents, the dean of the cabinet, who does not have up to today's date, she does not have any legitimate degree in your life. You have Don Cooper, a man, the first man to get a degree for 9th grade all the way before you ever get degree for 9th grade to acquire a BSc. We have Balai, the deputy president, press secretary, who is a high school dropout. These are conditions. These are conditions. Both are incompetent in help people who are only on. They're joining the body last country. We are taking the place to a place where it's a place where you go consistent pool and consistent party. That's the state they are running, a state of parties or a state of pool. There's a state where a group of people who have come under the agenda to have revenge because they feel that the 12-year of the CDC, the 12-year of course shot by the CDC.
Guys, last before you wrap up, let me recognize the Ilda chairman of the indefatigable, uncompromising, unwavering, ever-potent ruling Vanguard Unification Party in honor of comrade leader, comrade teacher, comrade mentor, Chairman Sylvester, SK Widow Sylvester.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful conversation here with you guys. We hope we can have more of the kind of conversation here on the radio. We had Prince Dix and David Poblet. They've been here. They comes from the Student Unification Party of the University of Liberia. They've been our guests right here. And so that's how I would like to leave you today's edition of Bits and Pieces. I'm George.